Hello, Cancer. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I believe it's called the Telema Tarot. Somebody, again, I think it's Telema. I think is the way you're supposed to say it. Somebody sent me an email explaining it, and I remember reading it, and I'm like, oh, I got it. I can do that. And then when I'm here supposed to say it, I trip over it. But, you know, here's how you spell it. There's Renata Lechner. Wow, I can't say that even. In case you want the deck. And the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I'm going to probably trip on that the whole time I use it from now on. Because I'm just like, I'll go back to the email after this and I'll be like, oh, okay, I got it. I can say it. And I'll come over here and I'll be like, durr. It's my life. All right, let's get into relationships first, singles second, and the oracle cards come out as needed. I don't think I explained that in the Pisces one. What is happening here? Now the wheel is at the bottom, I'm noticing. The Wheel of Fortune seems to be turning for you. I'm getting like you have a delayed reaction to the whole situation. Like, I'm getting things are happening and you're slowly, like, catching on to what's actually happening as opposed to what you see in front of you. Like, whatever, like, it's almost like, you know, somebody drops a bag of groceries and you're like, yep, that happened. And then you're realizing, like, that was my lunch. like, oh, wait a minute. But this is going in a good way. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm using that. Because I'm getting your partner's already in the motion of the King of Cups. Your partner's all about the love with you, all about going forward. I'm getting your partner's very, very much moving forward with the love. And what is this saying? Because they're moving forward with the love. Things are going forward to the next level. I'm getting, spiritually, they've really thought this out. And I feel like they're coming toward you intensely. That's weird. The Four of Swords? Okay. Because this is spiritually where they're standing. They've thought it out. They've already contemplated this. Okay, so that makes more sense. They've thought this through. Where they're coming from, what they're feeling, they're very strong behind it. They've thought it out. They know what they're saying, what they're feeling, where they want to go. They're pushing it forward. And I feel like you're agreeing to it. And I feel like they're coming forward with intensity. I'm thinking you might realize after the fact, though, that your partner has really put a lot of thought into this. Whatever you're moving forward to the next level, you're realizing it's like, all right, we're going to the next level. But my partner looks like they've already thought out the next 3 levels that we're going to go through here. Like, they've already, like, really given it a good amount of thought. And I'm getting, like, they're leaving something behind. Their challenge card is the Six of Swords. They're leaving something behind here. Either it's a bit of freedom or there's something here they're leaving behind. And they're detaching themselves from some of the past, not the memories, but like there's something from the past they're detaching themselves from and they're moving forward with you. And I'm getting here that you have the Eight of Cups, like you're out there on this journey. And I'm getting like you're ready for this journey. It does feel like a journey card to me. And I'm getting like you're ready to go forward. You're going forward. I feel like it's kind of one of those things where your partner's pushing you forward and you're just like, yeah, I've been on this journey. But now that the fact that they're acknowledging something or leaving something behind, it feels to you like, well, now there's no turning back. Are we good? Okay. There's no turning back? That's what we're saying with this? Because I'm getting there's a little bit of worry with it. Almost like it was like there was a possibility where this could go a different way or you could change directions. But now that your partner's going forward and saying, hey, let's do this, and you're going, okay, now it's like the chance to backtrack is over. It feels like the chance to backtrack is over. All right, they're telling me to let it go. So we're going to let it go. Now, spiritually, I am getting the Page of Wands for you with this situation. Like, you're just kind of going along on autopilot, supportive, doing what you need to do. You're actively helping. But I feel like your partner has made this decision and you're just kind of, it's on autopilot. I also see where you're standing is the 6. Is that the 6? Yeah. 6 of Wands. To me, that's victory. So you do want this. You do. It's not that you don't, but I feel like it's just like the chance to turn around at this point is not an option once you've agreed to this. And I'm getting you're very much cementing into this thought. Very much. Now, I do see where your partner is literally kicking it off. You've agreed to it. They're pushing it forward. Whatever this next level is. I'm like, they're going to give me some examples. I get like one example, almost like moving in together, but I don't feel like that's going to hit for most of you. I really don't. But it's going to hit for somebody. I get that. So it's moving in for somebody. I don't feel like the most of you are going to hit with that, though. I really don't. So if they're kicking it off, they're like, hey, I found the place. And you're like, all right, that's good. Fine. We're all good. Let's go forward. Because I feel like they're literally kicking it off with the Ace of Wands. They're like, let's move in together. And you're like, okay, I found the place. You're like, all right. And you sign the lease or whatever needs to be done. But I feel like that's the difference here. Like, they're kicking it off, but I feel like you're cementing it in. That's just one example. There's something else going on here. Because I feel like your energy is very supportive until your partner kicks it forward. And I'm kind of feeling like you're the one taking over after that. Because they they bring it towards you. They're like, let's do this. You're like, yes. They kick it off. And you have that supportive energy, but I feel like your supportive energy moves up to the leader energy. That you're both on the same path at this point. So it's kind of like, to you, I don't feel like you're not feeling like you're taking anything over, and I don't feel like they are either. It's just you're passionate about it. And I'm getting the 4 of Wands. A lot of times I see this as a marriage card. And I'm getting kind of like that kind of feel, like they are seeing you long term. They're seeing like, this is like kind of like the grow old card to me. Like they're seeing like, they're cementing in, they're expecting to be with you indefinitely. They're not seeing an expiration date on the situation. That's what I'm seeing. All right. Now, not spiritually, your challenge card I see as the Hierophant. But it's also going into what makes things better for you. Because while this is going up a level, and you do see your partner has not only thought about this one, but the 2 beyond, how far you're going to go and stuff like that. Because again, I'm seeing like, that's like the 4 of Wands there. I'm feeling like they don't see an expiration date. They're planning this like, this is the stage now, and this is where I'll go then, and that's when I'll go then. Like, they seem to be having the whole thought about where they're thinking this is going to go. And the Hierophant is like, it's your challenge card to realize that they're already having that view, but it's also what's helping you, because I feel like that gives you a lot of confidence, and you're just like when the challenge is once you see it. The challenge is to see it. And then when you see it, like, okay, this is where they think this is going. I feel like that also makes you feel better because you're like, oh, this is where they're going? Let's do that. And I feel like you're like on board with it. Like, all right, I'll move, I'll do this, cause we'll go there, because this is going to go there, and that's going to help with this. Like, you're planning and making decisions based on the trajectory that your partner's already explained or looks like they want. I feel like you're more on point. I don't feel like it's guesswork here. I feel like you know at this point. And I feel like that's helping you because you're very much into it. You also have what's helping you is the Magician, because while the Hierophant is your challenge slipping into what's definitely helping and moving you into the future is the Magician card, because I feel like you're definitely like, I feel like the more you think about this is you're like, yeah, that's actually, I like that plan. That's a really good plan. And I feel like you're kind of really starting to rev up the engine and getting it going with more momentum, more force, and it's moving quite well. Because I do feel like you're kind of taking this over. And I'm getting like the Page of Pentacles on your partner side is the good card, is what helps them. Your partner, he, she, them, however that works out for you, they seem to be connecting with it in the sense of like their supportive energy. You seem to be taking over, but they like it. You like it. It's conducive with both of you. the decisions you're making are going in the path, the trajectory they've already wanted, already kind of set. So they're just supportive energy. Like as you're making decisions, they're doing like the keep up work. They're making sure like everything's taken care of, everything stays on schedule. They're doing what they need to do to keep it going well. I don't feel like this is a bad thing. I feel like this is a very good thing because it's very stable and it's very supportive. Because I feel like that's where that's going for them. And did I miss anything? I don't know if I talked about the King of Pentacles because you're cemented into this. When this change goes forward and they kick it off, you're definitely all about it. Like, but this is like you're also cementing in for the long haul. The King of Pentacles is definitely a dedicated energy. Like, it's not just for now; it's for keeps. And you're there too. Did I get through this whole thing? Because I seemed like that. Well, compared to the last one I just did for Pisces, which went for 45 minutes, that felt really, really quick. But, you know, comparatively, I guess that would make sense. So it seems like this is going forward. I just feel like it starts off with your partner taking the lead and saying, let's do this, and kicking it off, and then you just kind of gradually take it over. But you both like that. It's good for both of you. You both like how that's working out, if that works out this way. Like if this hits with you, if this reading resonates with you. I guess those are the words I'm supposed to say. All right, anything else? I noticed I didn't get any oracle cards with this, so... And they're telling me the message has already been put out, so I guess there's no need for them, but I'm going to leave that. The wheel is telling me, though, that this is like... I don't think you're expecting this, but this is something really good. Your partner is the one who brings it forward. All right, now... Let's do this. Cancer singles. There we go. My brain is like slow lately. Slow. I feel like I'm working on like, I don't know, half power or something. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I'm just really slow and a little, I don't know, maybe dim-witted. I don't know. Like, I just feel like I'm not quite there. Weird. It happens when I read sometimes. I've noticed that too. Like, part of my brain just seems to be like, bye. Bye. And then talk to you later. And then the rest of it I just spit out as it comes. All right, let's do Cancer single. I'm going to try to get those other cards out here, see if we can do that. This is reminding me of the Pisces one too. This really, I don't know, I don't think the first part did as much as this part. And I'm wondering if it's just because of that one card, but... Okay. Let's just go here. No, put it down. Okay. Alright, so... That's the strongest card here. That's not surprising. I'm torn between two cards to where to start. This is in the past, the Four of Swords. This is in your immediate future. And it's the Devil card. But I'm getting like the Devil, like this is why this feels like the Pisces to me. It's like the Devil, you're not going to like it. It's not fun. You got that Ten of Swords here too. It's a bad moment, but it leaves you with a gift. In the sense of like, it's leaving you with some sort of gift. Because I'm getting contemplation from the past. Contemplation of the past. Trying to hold yourself back, it seems more currently. Because I feel like that's what I'm getting with the Seven of Pentacles. I'm getting like you're trying to hold yourself back. Like this isn't a good thing to go forward with. It's not time. I shouldn't do this. Like I should just leave that fruit on the tree and just go to a different tree that's already ready. Because I feel like you're looking at this tree like, I don't even like plums. And this is a plum tree, and I don't like plums. Sure, they're not that bad, and other people like them, but I don't think I want plum. I don't want a plum. That's how I feel with this, and I know that's not traditional for this card. It's more like a waiting for the harvest, blah, blah, blah. But that's not what I'm feeling here. I'm getting you're looking at it like, I don't even like plums. Why would I pick one of those? But you're like, I am hungry. I am hungry And that's where this one comes up, right after it. Because I feel like you're looking at this one. Whoever this person is for you, I feel like your first reaction is like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea. And it may have been a while since you've gone down this road, and you might be questioning yourself, maybe I'm just not giving it a chance. But your gut is telling you, like, this one's not a good one. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Now, what is happening is my question right here. Because I feel like this is a moment. I don't feel like this lasts. And I'm getting for you, you get to decide how far that devil is going. Like with the Pisces one, I feel like it was already too late by the time we hit that one. But this one, with the Cancer, I'm feeling the devil is like, what do you want to do with this guy? Person. And he, she, them, however that works. I don't want to like pigeonhole, like it's, alright, I don't want to pigeonhole it to like a male energy, even though I know it's the devil, but it could be female, male, them, you know, intersex, however you want to put it. There's all the whole rainbow going on there, but however you want it. I'm getting this person is there, and your first reaction is like, I don't think I should do this. I don't think this is a good idea. Because at that moment, you really should ask yourself, why do you feel that way? And I guess I'm going to go down this road. I've done this myself, where I go with my gut instinct, and my first gut instinct will come through, and I'll be like, I don't want that. I don't want to do that. And you're like, then I'll be like, am I just being judgmental? Am I just being a jerk? Maybe I should just give it a shot. Maybe I just give this person a chance. And then if you do that, if you're anything like me, you'll go down a little bit ways down the road, and you're just like, and I knew this was a bad idea. And I knew it before I even got into it. Like, you'd be like, why don't I listen to myself? Like, why? Because I feel like that's where you're at. And I feel like for the people that's really clicking with, you definitely are going to have not only that moment, but you're also going to have those reminders of like, remember all those other times you went against it? Remember all those other times you should have not done something and you knew it before you did it, and you did it anyway? You're about to do it again. Like, if you're anything like me, because, I don't know, maybe it just happens. It's just like you're like, no. Then you talk yourself out of it. Maybe I'm just being a jerk. Maybe I should just give people a chance, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I don't like this person for the wrong reason. You know what I mean? Or you're feeling just like you're being judgmental. Because I'm not saying you have to be mean to this person, whoever that is. And you don't have to even like give a reason why you don't want to do whatever you don't want to do. But if your gut instinct is telling you this is not for you, and I know there's going to be a lot of you out there who, you know when that's there. You know when it's pushing you to say no. You know when it's pushing you to say walk away, to like be like, this is not for you. This is not for you. But there's going to be a lot of you out there just like me too, like, well, I know it's not for me, but what if I'm just being a jerk, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, right on your face. I'm in that club. Because this Ten of Swords is right here at the bottom. That devil is he's gonna kick you in the back, and you're gonna end up on your face. I'm telling you, you're gonna hit right on your face. Boof. But I feel like it's really key here that you're gonna have that inkling that says, don't do it. And then you're gonna try to talk yourself out of it. That's that moment where you're gonna know this is for you. Because he's gonna get behind you, kick you in the back, you're gonna end up on your face, and he's gonna step on you. It's not gonna be fun. Alright. Now there's a purpose to this. Same with Pisces. Which I don't know, we're connecting with that. Maybe because we're both water signs, maybe because I just did that one. It's just reminding me of it very strongly. The devil comes in, but he reminds you about something from your past. Something that, he's waking you up to be like, you know what? Something is coming your way. Or maybe in your case, what do you want to come your way? Because for some of you, I feel like this is more of like, what are you settling for and what do you want? What comes your way and you're like, well, this person has interest. I want that one, but that one doesn't seem interested. this one's interested. I don't really like this one as much, and I have this bad feeling, but they're interested, so I guess I give it a shot. Face first, poof, face plant. I'm in that club. Meanwhile, over here was the person you actually want, but they weren't showing that interest. You're like, well, they're not showing the interest, so it depends how that's going for you. But they're telling me the devil is giving you like this moment to be like, if it's that, what I just explained, like, don't go for somebody just because they're showing your interest. Like, that's not gonna work. Because I feel like that's more popular than maybe people realize. That like when somebody shows interest, like if especially if you don't have a lot of people or most people that you're interested in don't, when somebody does show interest, people are like, well, let me at least give it a shot, even if their gut is telling them don't do it. Because I feel like that might be your warning, or like it might be like, you know what, hold out for what you really want. For others of you, I'm getting there's a pattern. If it's a pattern though, you can definitely see where you've done the same thing in the past and it's got you to the same moment. So the point is like what is the pattern? What do you do? How do you participate in that pattern? And for some people, because I've heard this from other people, like, well, the certain type of person just seems to show up. The certain type of attitude just keeps showing up. Like, I don't really see what I'm supposed to do about that. I feel like they're saying, like, why are you attracted? Like, if you're attracted to, like, the bad boy image, the bad girl image, the bad person image, whatever, you know what I mean? Where they're rude and they're selfish or whatever, and you find that so attractive. Maybe it's that point where, like, why do you find that attractive is one big thing. And two, maybe you need to go towards somebody with the opposite characteristics. Because maybe that's okay to, like, waste some time on. Because maybe if that one worked out, they wouldn't kick you in the back and step on your face. At least. You know what I mean? Why are we going that way? That seems harsh. But they're like, yeah, that's kind of how it is, though. Alright. Because I've seen that and, like, you know, I would say I'm really attracted to the bad person image, but when you go that route, like, because I've read for other people that there's a certain type of person they like. And sometimes moving your attention to a different type of person, originally they can be unattractive to you, but if you just kind of even, like, I remember somebody saying they didn't like nice guys, they just thought they were weak, which I thought, all right, well, fine. And then I realized that they're also ending up in these train wreck relationships. I'm just like, you know what, give a nice guy a chance. Just find at least 3. You know, give them a chance, because, you know, maybe luck will be on your side and you'll like one of them in the long run. I don't know if it actually worked out for that person, because that was a reading, and who knows what they did. But the point is, like, if you keep going towards the same thing, and it's a certain type of person showing up, it's probably because you're attracted to that. And I feel like that's what the devil's saying. Like, write down a list of what you're attracted to. Then write down another list of what you want. And try to center on what you actually want, and just center on what you want. They're like, that's what you need. Just center on what you actually want. And think about the characteristics of the person about what you want that you would find attractive. So, like, if you seem to be attracted or end up with liars, but you actually want somebody who's honest, how would that personality be to where you would find it still attractive? Somebody who's still honest, but maybe you like somebody who's aggressive. So maybe somebody who's brutally honest, is that something you like? Somebody who just is more quiet but only says what they want to say when they're ready to say what they want to say, but it's still the truth. Like, what do you find attractive that's in the better category? And just concentrate on that. Are we going off in the weeds, or is this making sense? That's good. They're like, okay. Because I'm getting somebody's coming towards you. And they're saying the devil here in your path is to remind you to, like, audit what's going on here. Audit what you're attracted to. Because they're telling me if you keep coming up with the same negative person, same type of negative person, like, do a quick list of the characteristics you're seeing of the people that you don't like, or that are leaving you in ruins. And then do another list of the characteristics you want, and then visualize how does that look in a way that makes you like that you would be attracted to it. Because some people like that random attitude, that devil may care attitude. So maybe you want somebody who's whimsical and maybe lighthearted or easy to get along with. So try to just, like, they're saying just concentrate on the good column, because I feel like you're pulling forward something else that you don't really want. Something that may feel good for the first couple weeks until, you know, the backlash. Are we good? Alright. I feel like this was weird, but I'm moving on from it. So we made enough we talked about the devil enough. Let's go into the future. You got the Three of Pentacles with the Isis inspiration. So when I see the Isis inspiration, I think of an empowered, I feel it, well, I usually connect it with an empowered female who's completely independent to speak her mind, go forward the way she wants to go, and does not let other people set her path for her. She sets her own path. Now, I don't get caught up in the energy. This is just definitely like somebody who's emotionally stable and knows where they're going and not going to let somebody else daunt them or change their direction or tell them what to think. So it doesn't have to be connected to a gender. I mean, it's Isis, so that's why I went with the female thing. But still, it's somebody very emotionally stable, knows what they want, knows where they're going, and is not going to let somebody derail them. That's what I'm feeling here. And you got the Three of Pentacles is like you're working towards what you actually want. Because I'm feeling you're pulling forward the person you want. I really feel like that's important here. Because I know some people just like to believe, and sometimes that's true, where there's just people in your chart, they're just gonna be where they're gonna be, and that's just kind of how it is. A lot of times there's a little bit of leeway. Sometimes if you, do I want to go there with this? If you overcome a lesson or two, you might circumvent a relationship that was going to be difficult, and something better might replace it if you've already gone through whatever lesson that was. I feel like that's a little bit touchy to talk about, sketchy it might seem, because it doesn't mean anybody's good or bad. It's just if you don't need the lesson, you've already earned the accolades or whatever, the grade, or moved past it. You've achieved the congratulations moment where you've passed that one, then you're done with it. Why make it happen again? Why go through it again? Unless you want to, just to prove to yourself you did. But I'm just getting like, it's a funny thing with the relationships. Because yes, it does happen in some charts where you're going to meet this person and that's just how it's going to happen, and you're going to do this and that. It does happen. I've seen it anyway. Not that everybody has to agree with me on that. But I've seen it a lot where there's more fluidity than people realize. Because I'm getting, you're pulling forward here what you're ready for, what you want. Something is coming forward. I should say that. Either way, something is coming forward is what I'm feeling. If you're hitting this Devil card, it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up moment to let you know someone's coming forward and this is an issue. Some people, I hope nobody's going to connect with the actual devil and keep the devil. I'm hoping that's not what some of you are doing. I don't really feel it, because I'm questioning it now. I don't think it's going to be the same person, but somebody else that's just like this person or very close to it. And I don't feel like you want this. You do not want this. It's almost like a gift that this one went away. Having one that would stay, that would just be kicking you in the back and stepping on your face constantly, that would be worse. You know what I mean? So they're saying this Devil card is here to say you don't want that. Make sure you don't find somebody that matches that. Concentrate on the characteristics you would like. Concentrate on that, and you'll be fine. Because the Ace of Cups is at the top here, but I'm feeling this is coming in the future. I'm getting this is on its way for you. And dealing with the devil energy, which I don't want to get sucked back into that thing. I want to put him face down because I just don't want to talk about him anymore. I want to... that love is coming for you. And they're saying, define what you actually want. You know, look at what's going on. Look at what you're attracted to. Like, for example, if you come from a family, maybe, that's more combative and argues a lot, but you don't really want a relationship like that, Maybe it's just normal for your family to do that. And you're just like, I get that enough with my family. I don't want somebody else like that. Then, concentrate towards somebody who's very cooperative and easy to get along with. You might want to put honest in there too, if I'm going to put my little 2 cents. Because sometimes people can be very, very cooperative and easy to get along with, and maybe not so legitimate. I'm just saying. You might want to just think about that. Because I'm getting it's coming forward. And I'm getting what's coming forward next is something that's really going to cement in. This is weird. This isn't your thoughts, the Hierophant, because I feel like you're ready to find somebody to keep. You're not ready for somebody to like, let's try it out and see how it goes. I'm getting you're ready for someone to keep in your life, build a future with, head towards the future, get all that going. So this is like they're saying you got this love coming towards you. What's the quality of the relationship you want connected with this love? Because I'm getting however you start this situation, like I feel like if, for example, if you come from a family that's argues a lot and is very combative, some of us just naturally do come from that. It has nothing to do with us, but you don't want that from a partner. So you set off. So when you start this relationship with this person, you make sure that that's very clear that that's not something you're looking for. You even set the tone for the relationship. Because what if they come from the same type of family, and they don't want that either? But it's just a natural groove each of you could naturally connect to because it's something you grew up with and you know how that goes, and it can easily be a part of your relationship. So that could easily happen. But if you both set the standard in the beginning where we don't want to do that, we're going to work out our problems differently. You both hold to it at the very beginning. You set that base tone for the whole relationship, and that's how that whole relationship goes. Like I feel like it's very important to put that out there. Are we good? All right. Because it's coming forward. I see what's coming here, and I'm trying to push it over there, because I know that you're going to be upset with this whole Devil card, but it's the Knight of Swords in the sense of like you're going to feel like this is the option you have in front of you, or these are the options you have, that you can't really break free of this pattern. But they're saying you can. Just concentrate on the characteristics you want, and how those characteristics that you want would how would you see somebody that you find attractive, not somebody who already has the negative characteristics, but like if you have a celebrity or something that you like, or somebody like that you don't really know that well, but imagine them with this characteristic in a positive way. How would they express that characteristic in a positive way that you want? Because I feel like that makes a big difference here. A big difference. Because in the environment, this person is coming toward you. I'm getting it again. The Knight, or the King of Wands, and the Justice card, which I'm saying, I know it's a king, but don't get caught up in the gender. It's just saying this person is actively going to come towards you. The Justice next to him is telling me it's like what you actually are concentrating on, what you actually want. In the sense of like, if you're concentrating on like a bad person who's just going to be a jerk, and it just seems like devil may care, even though, like if you're concentrating on that energy and that's what's attractive to you, you're going to pull that in. But if you're concentrating on like somebody who's whimsical but thoughtful, somebody who does things randomly but always make sure the bills are paid and things are taken care of, like they may be a little random, but they always make sure that things are picked up, things are taken care of, like, you know what I mean? You could, like, be careful. Think about what you're pulling towards you. Because I feel like it's very much that. You're pulling something towards you. All right, let's finish it up. Let's finish it up. All right. Because I'm curious with this situation. Because I'm feeling someone's definitely coming towards you. But you got the Magician next to it. Because I feel like the both of you... See, this might be just a case of, like, someone who's similar to you, but has maybe some bad habits. But when they start this relationship with you, if you don't play into the bad habits and don't accept them, like you're like, that's unacceptable, and you stick with that, I'm getting like that's going to be downplayed greatly, and other attributes that are better will be more played up. And I feel like this could be just one of those things where, like, this could be one of those moments where somebody's just doing better than expected. I don't know. It seems weird to me because I'm feeling like this other person that you're pulling towards you is conducive with your energy. If you're in a better mood, or a better mood, that's not right, in a better place where you're expecting the best, and you see them in the best light, they're gonna want to match that. And I'm getting though that this is like setting the tone of the relationship in the very beginning. And I feel like if whatever it starts at, it'll probably stay and grow from there. So if it starts in a bad place, it could probably get worse. If it starts in a good place, it could probably get better. Because I'm getting there's a lot of romance. This person coming towards you with the Magician and the Emperor. Is it the Emperor? Yep. Or just don't get caught up in the gender like I always say. But the romance is there with this person. They want you to like them. If you can convey what you want in a partner, anything that they can match, they will, and it's gonna be like an honest attribute, not to one to where, like, for example, somebody tries to play off like they have more money than they actually do, but one of those things where like maybe this person has been a little less than honest in the past and been a little bit more devil may care and just ignored other people's feelings, but they do have the ability to care and be more on point with how their partner feels. They want to impress you. They want you to be happy. And if they get in that pattern of like making sure you understand what they meant, making sure you're okay, and understanding where you stand, if that pattern is in place from the very beginning, it's going to be like the natural song of the relationship. You know how like some relationships have a song, like they have their song, but like that tempo, like it never changes. And they'll build from there, and it'll just keep going from there. But if they start this relationship and they can still do those bad habits from the past, then you just accept it. You're just like, well, this always happens to me, and just I guess that's how it is. It won't give them the initiative to change because you're still going to be with them, and they don't have to change. But if they realize that you're not going to accept that and you need something better, they're going to make that effort to do that, and it's going to set the whole tone of the relationship because they want to impress you. But it's going to stick. It's because it's in the beginning, it's going to stick. It's like setting the tempo for the song, and your relationship being the song. Have I beat that to death yet? I think we're good. All right. I'm going to let that be there. Hopefully that helps. Thank you for watching. If you would like a reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.